Greetings. Welcome back to A Cup of Conversation and Food for Thought with me, Angel Simmons. I hope that you're all having a wonderful, wonderful uh, Thursday. I want to come on and say I do not own the rights to the music or commercials that you might hear in the background. That is just me playing music. I thank you all for being so awesome and so wonderful, for waking up this morning to come see about me. Giving honor and glory to Mother, Father, God, Universe. Thank you for waking us up and keeping us and blessing us and providing for us, protecting us throughout the night as we slept, keeping us fully dressed on the full armor of God, the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, shield of faith, sword of God's holy word, butter of truth, and shoes of peace. Thank you for providing for us mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, in every way possible. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. Um, giving much gratitude to our big brother Jesus, archangels, guardian angels, all angels in the highest place, like ancestors, guardian ancestors, spirit team here and far. I want to pray for those who are traveling. We're in graduation season, so those who are traveling near and far to go and see their graduates, I pray for safe traveling mercies to them. I pray for all of the graduates um, and congratulate them on all of their accomplishments and making it thus far. I just want to just thank God for everything. God, less of me, more of you. Use me as a vessel as you see fit, so I can speak words of encouragement to your people. Perhaps encourage, uplift, or give them a different perspective on things to see, or a way of looking at things. These blessings I ask in your holy name. Um, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Giving honor to our spirit team and God, out of gratitude and much respect. Thank you for all that you do. Again, happy Thursday to you. I hope that you all are having a good start to your morning. The topic of discussion today is going to be, I didn't write it down, so it's going to be, mm, oh gosh, what was it? And it'll come back to me. Um, it was, ooh, motivation. I want to encourage and motivate today, um, and motivate and encourage. I believe encourage and motivation, something like that. But and even, I mean, overall, I want to come on and just encourage those out there. Thank you to keep going. All of the hard work will pay off in the end. For all of the graduates that are graduating this year, even to those who are graduating life, moving on to their next phase of life because they finished the hard trials and now they're moving on to that soft life. I want to congratulate you on all of the hard work that you have done thus far, all the trials and tribulations that you have overcome. Um, I didn't mention that this content is for entertainment purposes only. Um, I got to get a cup of my drink because it is, my mouth is getting dry again. Um, but yeah, giving much gratitude to all of the graduates and respect for all of the hard work that you have done to get to the point that you where you are. I know that in this time, in this world, it is harder for these children and young adults than it was for when I was a child or a young adult, and when my mom was a child and a young adult. So it changes each year, each generation. We're getting a new phase of life. We're getting uh, more information than we've got previous now than before. Um, so um, basically, that's what I wanted to do. So if you all out there want to give out shout outs to anyone that you know that's graduating, I want to give a shout out to my daughter. She's graduating high school tomorrow. My class of kindergartens are graduating today. So I want to give a shout out to all of everyone out there, all of the hard work and the patience and the all of the things that you've learned that you stuck with and that's with you, that you can now go and be a better person because you have more knowledge to do what you need to do. So I want to congratulate you all out there for an awesome job. I am so proud of you all out there. I'm proud. I'm sure your parents are proud. Your teachers are proud. Um, and I know I'm a proud parent. Um, I'm proud of my daughter, all of my children. I'm proud of. So I give honor and glory to God for that. Just allowing them to be able to flow through this life and be able to accomplish some very big goals. So I thank God for that. And I thank my family for being so awesome. But yeah, but this is just to encourage and motivate. Um, but yeah, if you guys know someone you want to shout out, say, I want to give a shout out to, whoever, put them on the live. I mean, as far as, you know, naming it on the post so that I can read it. I can say their names out loud and can give the graduation to them. Uh, Congratulations to them for um, a job well done. But yeah, just to recap what we talked about a little bit this week, we talked about confidence and ego. Um, for all of you that made it thus far, you had confidence in yourself to achieve all of the things that you had to achieve. And even if you have taken a test or anything like that, and you haven't gotten the grade that you would have liked to get and got, but you have succeeded and grown and had growth in the process from start to now, you still, you have confidence. You're building confidence in yourself. And every step that you go up is a level of confidence that is deposited into you. So when you get that confidence, um, you know, try to appreciate it, and that way, so if someone tries to take it away, you can simply say, you know what, I've tried, I've done the best that I could, and even though I am not where other people want me to be, I'm not where I used to be, and that's growth, and that's progress, and that's promising. That's good enough for now. Because when you know better, you do better. So when you start to develop more and relate things more and see things differently, then you'll grow further and move forward and reach for the skies. The sky's the limit, and there is no limit. I'm great. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. The topic of discussion is encourage motivation. Um, that's what I'm going to title it. Encourage motivation. And it could be encourage and motivation for the accomplishments that you've done thus far, for the accomplishments that you will be in starting for that new journey or that new chapter in your life, for completing the last journey in your life and learning from all of the lessons, encouraging you to keep going, encouraging you to let you know that you are doing an awesome job, that you are wonderful, that you are patient, that you are strong, that you are resilient. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you for joining the live. The sky's the limit. And even though that even there's no limit because the sky can keep going. I'm great. How you doing? I kind of caught part of your live. One day I'll be on there as long as you are, but that I tip my hat out to you. I didn't come in because I didn't know anything about the topic and I didn't want to be I didn't want to ask no questions. I think it was one of your book ones, but keep doing what you're doing. 10 years older. Oh, okay. Yeah, yours. Yeah, I only go on for about an hour. Maybe eventually I can turn it into longer than that and have make it like a podcast. Yeah, yeah. I kind of got I stood around for a little bit on the outside just to hear some knowledge. I didn't go inside because I did I just didn't. I was a little intimidated, but it was still good what I received. So I'm a encourage and motivate you to continue to do what you do. So but I mean, I'll come in and check, your your different platforms. Thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, I do. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And knowledge is power. Wisdom is what we all have, and how we develop it and how we uh, give it out or distribute it. I don't know if that's a good word, but how we give it out makes a world of difference because we're teaching people. Thank you. We're teaching people something new, or if they already know it, we're encouraging them to keep going. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. How are you today? For those that are just coming in, the conversation is encourage motivation. So, since we're in graduation season and there's a lot of graduations going on, I have one this morning, this afternoon at my place of business. Um, I just wanted to congratulate and encourage everyone to keep going. As you end one phase, you're going to enter into another phase. And I just pray and ask that you learned some lessons from the previous phase so that you don't have to repeat them and you can move forward even further in your current to future phase. Um, and don't hold on to things that you were told to let go or that was removed from your life. If things were removed from your life, then that is probably something that can't go with you in the future. Um, Maintain boundaries. Please say, let's see how. Hello, how you doing? Sorry, I got distracted. uh, okay. Thank you for joining on number two. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live. Much appreciated. The conversation of discussion is encouraged motivation. Um, I encourage you all to check out other people's sites that join these lives because they might have some wisdom and knowledge and some nuggets that you can use that can help you move further in your journey of life. We have a lot of talented people in this world. We have a lot of wisdom that people are carrying in this world, and it's that wisdom that's going to help heal us. That's going to help us overcome some challenges. Okay, number three. All right. Yeah, check out some of those sites. Thank you for the heart, much appreciated. We have some very talented folks that come on and check the live, and they have many platforms also of their own. So check out some of their platforms because you just might be encouraged. You just might find out some interesting things that will benefit you. And we need one another. I don't know how many times I have to say that. It's an actual fact. We need one another. So all of you that say, "Oh, I'm a woman, I don't need a man." Oh, yes, you do. And if you're a man, "Oh, I don't need a woman." Oh, yes, you do. We all have components that can relate to each one of us because we're duality. I believe we're both man and woman. Just the majority of the chromosomes that gravitate heavier develops whether or not we actual male or female. But we have both characteristics, tendencies in one vessel. Um, and just like believe that we're duality with good and evil, that's within us too. We have the choice to do well, to get good consequences, or we have the choice to do bad, to get bad consequences. We are creatures, creations that are made with duality. God is duality. We are spirit beings. We have God who is a spirit, and we're created in the image of God, which makes us spirit beings. God is duality, which makes us duality. That's my opinion, and that's my belief, and I'm sticking with it. Number four, yeah, check out again some of these platforms that are on here, and see what other knowledge and nuggets that you can get some pointers from, or some healing from, or some wisdom from, and it can help you along your life's journey. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. And thank you for checking me out on all four of your sites, of your platforms. Level Up Sparks. Cool. But yeah, so if you have a graduate today, love on them. Congratulate them. share on their build their confidence up and not their ego. Allow them to have enough confidence and teach them how to set boundaries for their ego so that they won't overdo or step out of line or say something or do something that they might regret. So yeah, put a check on your ego. Check your ego. When you sit down and take moments and do those self checks, check your ego level. Check it and set some boundaries so that you won't be pushed. Oh, you got another one. Five. Number five. Okay. Someone on here has five platforms. Y'all check them out. Um, you just might be encouraged and it might motivate you in a direction that is promising. Remember, the path is forward and then up. Greetings. Good morning. It's been a while. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. Much appreciated you coming to check me out this morning. Um, the conversation of discussion is encourage motivation. And I was saying that we have a lot of graduates graduating this year, graduating school, graduating college, elementary school, kindergarten. That's all five. Thank you for sharing all five. And I encourage you all out there to go ahead and check out his platforms and see what nuggets that you can use for yourself and ask questions. He's good at answering questions. Um, so also I want to oh yeah, I was talking about today. I'm doing fantastic. It's so good to see you this way. Well, thank you. It's good to see you too. It's been a minute. Um, and you also continue to encourage others because you have a platform too. So yeah, motivation. We need one another, y'all. If y'all think y'all don't need nobody, you're wrong. We need one another. Um, so continue to, check yourself before you wreck yourself when it comes to overstepping boundaries and trying to step on people because you never know who you're going to need. You never know who you're going to need as a reference. You never know who you're going to need as a caregiver. Somebody may have to take you to somewhere, or someone just might save your life by seeing something or noticing something on you and telling you to please go get that checked out, whatever the case might be. I'm a rapper. No, I'm not a rapper. Mike can come up with some jingles. That's about it. But not no full verses. No, I can't do that. But seriously, we're all graduating at some point on something, whether it's life, phases of life. You have your birthday. Every year you get another year older. That's a graduation. You're leaving one part and going to another. You're moving forward. And life is what you make it. So make the life the best that you can. Use what you have and multiply that and create that and make it work for you and others. Oh, you would? Okay. But yeah, we all have gifts and talents. And if you teach in young minds, pull out their gifts and talents, introduce them to things. And this, during the summer, because since we're about to be out of school, during the summer, parents, if you're listening and you have young kids or kids that's in school, period, motivate them this summer. Allow them, do some exercise, allow them to think and figure things out. Um, get in that mindset so that way when they get back into school, they already have the concept of um, listening and trying to make sense of things. You don't have to do all of the basic school stuff, adding, subtraction. I mean, it's good if you can incorporate that into your summer, but if you can't, allow them to learn some skills that you can develop at home that will carry outside of the home and they can do within school. So allow them to like, give them things to think about. Don't tell them the answers for everything. Give them ways to figure it out so that they can make sense of it and then they can come to their own conclusion. Because when they go back to school, you're going to have to use all those skills. You're going to have to be able to listen. You're going to have to be able to recognize what you're hearing. You're going to have to make sure what you're hearing makes sense. And then you're going to have to retell it, recap it, and say it back. So do things around the house over this summer while you're home with your children. For example, like if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, that's an everyday thing that we all do. We all have to eat. if you're cooking, have them sit with you and ask them questions. Okay, I'm going to make a meal. This is what we're going to do. What do you think we should add in there? Why do you think we should add that in there? How do you think it's going to taste? Use things that is going to be everyday stuff that they're going to stick with and gravitate to. And then when they go to school, back to school, they can still have those concepts. So you don't have to be a book scholar or a teacher to teach your children things that they're going to develop when they get in school. Your job as a parent is to teach them these skills. So when they get to the school, the teacher job is to teach them the materials and relate those materials to the skills so that they can have that and grow forward and move on to the next level. And the goal is to develop those skills so when it's time to go and take these tests, which your children will be taking a lot of tests, start at the age of kindergarten on up, you can develop the knowledge and the way that they can intake it so that they can gravitate it, eat it, receive it, swallow it, drink it, whatever you want to do with it, and then keep it with them so they can develop and move forward. Um, each school year is different. They're going to learn something different each school year. So you just want to give them the skills. And we need a village to raise our children. It's not going to be just one person that can raise our children. Thank you. But we need a village to raise our children. And that's a true fact. I mean, I grew up in the projects and we had everybody looking out for you, for everybody, as far as, whoever was cool with your mom or your dad. Those parents looked out for you, providing that they weren't messing around with. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point that I'm trying to make is we need a village to raise our children. And as the children leave out, it's the summertime and go into school year, then the teachers are also a part of that tribe to teach these children in that village. And then after they leave school and they get of age, they start to work. Then the employers are the teachers that contribute for that tribe for teaching these children. And I'm saying tribe as a word to connect it together. You can put any word in there. But we need a village to help us get to where we need to get to. We need our wisdom and knowledge, our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, our grand uncles. The list goes on. While you're home this summer, get some knowledge and some information about your family, about your background, and teach that to your children. Let them know, you are part this, part that. Your grandmother was this, your father was that, and teach your children your history. Don't leave it and not explain it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grandparent, take some time and call your grandchildren or if you're a parent, your children, if they're older, and say, look, I was just thinking about this today, and do you know much about your history? Do you know much about, teach. These are all skills that you're going to need when you go back to school. I mean, I'm not saying don't sit there and teach and train your children stuff to take them to that next level of whatever grade they're going to. Yes, do that. But don't take the summer away from the kids either. School year is enough to keep them children busy and their minds constantly going. Work, assessments, test after test. So allow your children to enjoy the summertime. Don't take that away from them. But you can still incorporate those skills that they're going to need for the next level. Take an hour out of a day, and I'm going to put my plug in. I'm a tutor too. Take an hour out of a day during a week or maybe twice a week, and then tutor those children to prepare them to keep their mind fresh on school stuff. So when they go back to school, they have that they still have that knowledge that you're not overpowering them with, oh man, I got to do this, I got to homework. No, you're just reintroducing stuff to them. You're allowing those skills that they're learning over the summer, the same skills that you teach in the house, and then you relate that to whatever the topic is, and you relate it so that it makes sense. So if you're doing math, relate the math to whatever you cooked that day, or if you're doing math, relate to whatever sports you played that day, or even to whatever sports you like, and gravitate. I mean, use that. Meet people where they are. Make it fun. Make it interesting, and allow them to use that topic and relate that to whatever skill that it is that you're trying to improve for the next level. So whatever level of the school year that they ended that was not up to par, start there if you need to know where to start, and use that area to be creative as adults and incorporate it both into it so that they can see it. Like for example, I'm thinking of pizza. If you're talking about math, fractions, use a whole pizza, cut it up, have a conversation at dinner. If I have taken, if I take out, if I have a whole pizza and I cut it across and give you this half and I have that half. What did I just do? You cut it in half. This is how the half of a piece, half of the circle looks like. This is what I'm, make it fun. Don't make it so educational. Relate it to everyday life. So when they go back to school, they can give the teachers example. Oh, you talking about if I like a pizza, I can cut. You're giving them ideas and creating things in their minds, and you're using everyday life examples so that they can develop those skills, figure things out, solve them, and come up with conclusions. And it sticks because they can now relate something to whatever it is. I think I just repeated myself and gave a different example, but things like that, do it over the summertime with your kids. And also do some fun stuff. Take vacations if it's in your budget. Um, take staycations, weekend vacations. You don't have to do a whole 2 weeks. If do something different at least. And I try to. I don't do it every year because I've it's been a paycheck to paycheck thing for me. And being as I work as a teacher, sometimes I don't have a job in the summertime. It's just during the school year. So my creativity has to be, is limited. Um, Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining live. Much appreciated. For those that are just joining the conversation or discussion, it's encouraged motivation. It's encouraged motivation. So we're motivating and encouraging our youth, our adults, because we got adults that's in school. I'm taking some classes over the summer, so we have to encourage all of us as a race to go forward and to continue on learning. I love learning. If I can learn, I mean, I'm going to find something to learn every day, regardless. Anyway, I learn from people that I meet. I learn from you all out here that contribute to these lives. If you guys want to give shout outs to those that are graduating, I can say their names and congratulate them for all their hard work and accomplishments on what they're doing. So feel free to do that as well. Um, uh, but yeah, I need to take a drink of my coffee. I was attempting to put on some music, it never came on. But like I said, I do not own the rights to the music. The music is just um, something set to set the tone, uh, maybe contribute to the conversation. Thank you for joining live. Much appreciated. Um, okay. But yeah, sorry about that. Um, but yeah, they encourage, you know. I was telling you what we talked about so far this week. We talked about the ego. We talked about confidence. We talked about people interrupting me. That one was about, if you are on your path and you're trying to do the right thing and you're trying to accomplish all the goals that you want to accomplish, there is usually someone that wants to interrupt your pattern and try to take you off your thought process, or try to um, eliminate what you are accomplishing, because some people are not happy for us or you or one another. And we don't want to make that the focus of our goal. Some people are happy for you. Some of us are used to or have more of the ones that are not happy for us around us. And you have some that have a whole bunch of people that are happy that's around them. That's when you can learn to develop your discernment and your intuition. That's also another skill you can learn over the summer with your family. As you go places, you know, take moments and just breathe and see what you feel around these people. And if you feel certain ways, acknowledge that. If you need to walk around with a journal in your bag and you want to write down what you feel around certain people, those are skills that you're going to need. It may not be academic education wise, but it's going to help you in this real world. You're going to know what these feelings are. You're going to write them down, and then you're going to take it to God and ask God to further assist you on what these feelings represent or what they mean. And that way you are developing your life skills, your skills to where you are able to use discernment and intuition. You're able to realize what you feel around certain people. You're able to read people off of their energy. That's what you're doing when you're sitting there being around people and you're noticing certain feelings that these people bring to you. If you go around somebody and you feel nothing but peace and nothing but joy, Relaxation, write that down. That's a skill. That is something that you need to know. So when you get around certain people, because this is what our children do, and that's why I tell you, if you go around somebody and you say to your child, say hi, and your child doesn't want to say hi, don't force them to say hi. Discernment and intuition is something we have at a very early age. We just don't know what it is to recognize it, to call it what it is. So as adults, it's our job to teach them. And our children show us that they are developing those skills when they don't want to go around certain people. You don't know what they're feeling around these people. You don't know what they are hearing when they get around these people. You don't know what these people are capable of doing. So use all of these as life skills and lessons. And that was another thing we talked about this week, that everything is a lesson. Everything that we do in life is a lesson. So it's best that we recognize what's going on while we're um, are in the midst of it, so that we can understand. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. Life is all about lessons. And what you feel and your emotions, that's all about lessons that you're going to learn in life, in every part of your life. Your emotions is going to affect you in every part of your life. So you want to make sure that you are, um, as adults, planting those proper seeds in these youth, and that you are recognizing too as adults. Because adults, those skills that you got so freely as a child, they can fade away up in your adulthood if you don't practice it and recognize it and exercise it every day. So, that's why I always tell you to, well, I don't always tell you because I don't see you all the time, but most of the time when I come on, I say, always spend some time with you, some time with God, meditate. And I say, use sometimes, find some quiet moments throughout the day to just breathe. That is you recalibrating your body to get into a position to where you can relax and then move forward. And then also, I want to encourage you all out there, if what I'm saying is making sense to you, um, hit those hearts. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that what I'm saying is relatable to you. Um, you know, Although I feel that it is, because I ask God less of me and more of you, and I trust that God is using me as a vessel to speak to you all out there, so that what I'm saying is going to gravitate to somebody. And I pray that whatever I'm saying, whoever needs to hear it will hear it. I'm sending that out in the atmosphere, because I do believe that I am encouraging, uplifting, because that's what I set my goal out to be. And that's another thing you can do too. Set some goals for the summer. If you're adults and you have children, set some goals. What is it that you want to accomplish from now on to the end of the year? Or, if you got a chance to speak with their teachers, ask their teachers, what are some things that they can do over the summer that will not be boring, but that can be attainable for both parents and for the child. And that way they could, use those skills and help the child out. And the child might be helping out the adult too. You never know. So take some time out, and if you get to meet with the teachers, ask them, look, what do you said? You have my child all school year long, and you've made them progress and come thus far. What are some ideas or some tips that you can give me to help continue on this path and be on one accord, so that we can have him prepared, or she could be prepared for the next level of life? And even if you don't have any children and you are someone that's an adult and around kids, share some of your wisdom and some of your knowledge with these children, because sometimes the parents don't know everything. And if you had the opportunity to help someone because you've overcome a whole lot of things, and you see somebody that might be going the same path that you were, or could be, or relatable to something that you've already went through as a youth, share that with these youth and our young adults, because they need that. It takes a village to raise a whole lot. Example, I'm very transparent when I talk about myself, in the hopes of it encouraging you all out there. I grew up without the male figures in my life. I didn't have a male role model to show me or tell me or prepare me for what to come, or what was to come in my life in the past. I went through a whole lot of stuff that was unnecessary. If I would have had that solid male person in my life to tell me that I'm strong, I am beautiful, I am smart, I need to make sure I keep that. My body is a temple, it's representation of God. because there's a spirit that is precious that's inside of you that you need to make sure that you keep clean. This house is to take you from now on to adulthood to senior citizen age. So it's in your best interest to take care of this vessel while you have it. Your spirit goes on, but this vessel doesn't. So take care of your house. Keep your house clean. House physically or house as in you as that individual. And love yourself. Most of all, love yourself. I may not always be around as a parent, and I'm saying this what I was missing in my life, things that I should have heard back then. And I'm going to say it to you all out there because there's probably somebody else out there that needs to hear it. But I was looking for my father to tell me some things like that. My mom was always here. Um, and she's semi-affectionate. And that's not to say anything negative about her. But what I was seeking, she gave me, but I was seeking another part of it because we're duality, male and female. I was seeking that balance from both so that I can mend it together and it can benefit me and move me forward. That's what I was looking for. Didn't know that's what I was looking for. I couldn't tell you that as a child. I just knew something was missing. But I was looking for a male to tell me that. I was looking for a male to tell me, look, don't mess with this person. If a man comes or a boy comes to you like this and say this, then this is what they mean. Or you need to love yourself because sometimes these men or even women, if it's vice versa to whoever it is that's getting that parent talk to them that they needed to have speak to them at that youth age, let them know that, you know, you're precious cargo. Tell them, and even as you're a parent now, tell your children this. Let them know that they are special. Let them know that they have to love themselves because you may not always be there for them, or the other parent may not always be there for them. But you're going to have to learn to love yourself enough and be strong to love yourself when that other person is not there, because you're going to have to stand firm and be on your own at some point in life. So you want to make sure that you are prepared mentally. Mentally, before you can even get to the physical part and bills in life, you have to mentally be structured and mentally be prepared. And you need your family, your parents. And if you don't have your parents, your grandmother, if they're raising you, or your aunts or aunt, whoever is in your life to raise you, they need to be the one to instill these into you first. And then as you go out and you go to the schools, praying that you have an awesome teacher that has compassion and wants to help you as a student and as an individual. They can continue on to where your parent was teaching and they can help teach. And then you get more wisdom, more knowledge, and you get more stuff told to you so you don't have to go through life experiencing everything like I did. I had to experience certain things and I had to go through a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things too, but anyway, some of that could have been unnecessary. And I'm not saying that it wasn't necessary. I believe everything happens for a reason, time, and season. But I also believe that God placed people in your life and you in people's life to help you. And you're responsible to help these people, and vice versa. You be helped or you help them. And then you're supposed to move forward to encourage one another. But we don't have that. Some of us don't get that. Some of us go through life with just a limited of people that's supporting you. And you have a whole posse of people that's um your grasp, but only a few tend to take heed and help. And sometimes it's the few that is no longer with you. It's your ancestors, it's your spirit team that helps you throughout your life. And I didn't have no one tell me about that either when I was younger. I'm thinking, I'm sitting here going, I mean, I knew God was always with me because I was brought up into the church. So I knew God was there. And at some point you question, why God, why is all this happening to me? Why is this going on? But at some point you have to realize and teach this to your children. Don't ask why me, ask why not? Okay? If God sees fit to allow you to go through life, okay, let me rephrase it this way. If you go through a lot of things in life and you're not understanding why you're going through this and it's hard, God, why are you punishing me, whatever the case might be, God sees that you are fit to take care of and you have strength and you're strong. You can overcome and you can get through this. You're strong enough to get through it. Um, you want to sit there and say, God, why does this have to happen? Make it stop. It's a lesson that we have to learn. We are all different. We're all built different. We all have different strength. Just like parents, if you have more than one kid, and you can, all of your children, you develop the personality, the traits, and you know how to approach each one of your children. Same thing with God, and same thing with the situations that we go through. We see through it as a bad thing, and you don't realize how worse it could be. Even though at the surface of what you're feeling is bad, and it seems like this just doesn't seem fair, it could have been worse. God has put it to given you that that ability to maintain and go through it, and it's not as worse as it could have been. It's bad, but not as worse as it could have been. So I'm saying this to say, because a lot of us blame God and turn away from God because of things that happen to us in life. We have to go through things in life. We do. We may not understand why we go through what we go through, may not think it's fair, but even as parents and the children, when you at a child and your parent is raising you, you may think that the rules that your parents have is not fair. You might think that they just don't want you to ever have fun. But in the bottom, but overall, they're trying to protect you. They're trying to make sure that you stay safe. They see something a little bit further than you do. And although life has not been where the way that you may have wanted to be, it could always have been worse. So I want to encourage those. It's my first time seeing you. You seem genuine and nice and kind. Thank you. I try to be. um, but yeah. So I we need to sometimes learn to ask, instead of why me, God, why not me, and then say thank you, because the lesson you're going to learn is going to be something that no one can take away from you, because you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what happens. And as you stay focused and stay strong and stay resilient and believing and trusting in God, you're going to make it through. You're going to make it to the other side, and you're going to see the rewards. You may not see the rewards right then and there, but your latter days will be greater. So, um, you know, I'm encouraging you to stay motivated. I'm encouraging you to stay on the path that God has set forth for you. And tell yourself, this too shall pass. Joy comes in the morning. It's 5:58. Joy is here. It's morning time where I'm at. So receive the joy and appreciate it, and learn to look at life a little bit differently. That's what I come on here to do. I try to encourage, uplift, but also give you a different perspective on how to see things. Because when you're in the middle of it, you don't see how far you've come. You don't see what's around you. You don't see what's on the outside of you. You just see what's around you. And in a storm, it can get really, really, really windy and loud and messy in the middle of it. But on the outside of it, it can be calm. It can be peaceful. So those individuals that can see people in the storm, those are the ones that need to encourage those people that's in the storm, that it's okay, I'm out here. There's no rain over here. Once it passes, you're gonna come to where it's here. It's nice and sunny. It's cool. So come over here. Just be strong. Just a little bit longer. Hold on just a little bit longer. You're almost here. You're almost here. You're gonna get here. Just stay focused. If you can hear my voice, follow my voice. Come on, you're almost here. The louder I am, the closer I am. So come on, you can get through this. You got this. You got this. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just a few more steps. You got this. Coach them onto their quiet space, that quiet place. Coach them through the storm. And that's what we do as adults. As I consider myself a life coach. We coach our youth. We coach our adults. We coach ourselves. We coach our senior citizens. You got this. You got this. Come on, we got this. One step in front of the other. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Almost there. Yeah. Encourage one another. Motivate one another. We need that in this day. We have so many people that's woof 'em. What's in it for me? I'm only going to help you if I can get something out of it. And that's not how we need to be. The world is already making us tainted, showing everything that is good and making it bad, everything that's bad, making it good. So we need some solid people in our lives to keep us grounded, to teach us how to be grounded on our own so that we can learn to be grounded and move forward and then help ground others. It works when we come together. I think conversation and communication are very powerful healing tools. It's a healing tool that you can use and you don't even have to touch nobody. You just need to be a listening ear and allow the other person to speak. And sometimes you just need to be a quiet person and just listen. Is that the same thing I just said? Well, but either way, vice versa. Speak and be heard, or be quiet and listen. Sometimes that's just healing in itself. There's things within us that has to come out, and it could come out on certain ways. It can come out through the basic way things come in and go out, or it could come out through expressing how you feel. Hit in that center area of whatever it is that has agitated you. Recognize what that feeling of agitation is, or what that feeling is. If it's agitation, if it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's love, if it's peace, if it's joy, whatever it is, let it flow through and come out. And be careful what you say, because there is power in the tongue. And so, if you can motivate, that's great. If you're upset and you need to calm down, do your breathing exercises. Breathe in and breathe out, and then say something positive. Joy is here. Breathe in, breathe out. Peace is in my grasp. Breathe in and breathe out. To God be the glory. Breathe in, breathe out. Peace be still. Don't be like Medea. I'm going, how Medea say, peace, um, I keeps me a piece of steel or something like that. But maintain your peace, keep your peace, treasure your peace, protect your peace, because it's a beautiful thing. Somebody said they just joined and said that I was calm. Greetings to you. Thank you for joining the live. And yeah, it I was not always calm. My situation in life right now is different, and I am much calmer, and I am trusted and believing and knowing that God's got me. But I was not always like this. I would panic. I would be on the computer morning, noon, and night trying to find things. But I am trusting and believing that God has a path, a plan, a purpose for my life. Just like God has a path, a plan, a purpose for your life. So thank you. Um, well, I am a teacher. Whether this world wants to classify me as one or not, I am still a teacher. And I teach, and I'm going to continue to teach because it's in me. It's part of my fibers. It's part of my making. Just like I say, love is in me. It's part of my fibers. It's part of my making. I can't run away from it. I am the rawest form of love as that you're going to ever see. Some people might disagree. Um, right now, for a couple more days, I am a kindergarten teacher. But I'm also a life coach, so I teach anything and everything. I seek knowledge and wisdom, and I give it out. So I always say I don't work for men, I work for God. So I work wherever God sends me. But I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that I am a teacher at heart. So I teach for kindergarten all subjects: math, reading, science, um, you know. But that's for a couple of days until God sends me wherever I need to go. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live. For those of you that want to know what the topic of discussion is talking about, or we're talking about encouraged motivation. And I hope that I am delivering this um, to the form in the form of understanding and easy for you to receive, and it makes sense to you all out there. You can give me some hearts to encourage me, to let me know that you're reaching, that I'm reaching you all out there, that it makes sense, that you can relate to it, that I've encouraged you. If I have done any of those things, please just heart it up. Let me know that I'm on the right path. Um, that's just me as a in my fleshly self asking for additional confirmation. But I do know that I'm doing what it is that I said that I'm doing, because that's what I set out to do. And I know that God is directing me to move forward. Um, I try to not have conversations or topics set up before I come on live, because I want it to be coming from God, and I want God to choose the topics and subjects. I want God to flow, and that's what I'm trying to do this year, is to flow in the direction in which God wants me to go. I'm not going against the grain. I'm not going against the current. I am flowing in the direction that the water is flowing on a river, and I'm doing it with. I'm trying to do it with ease and with peace and with calmness, because you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. They both taste good, but you do more. You get more results. You reach more people with honey than you do with vinegar. I'm not here to try to make nobody feel bad. I'm not here to try to change nobody's perception or topic or belief. By no means. I am here to uplift and encourage. I'm here to come with the utmost respect, to show gratitude, and to also give you a different perspective on seeing things, because we have to go through choices and decisions in life every day, all day. And sometimes we go through it and we're not sure or have that confidence in us to be able to make those decisions or choices. So I'm coming on to give you a different perspective, because so perhaps maybe if you hear it a different way, or hear it a different adding or subtraction from whatever you're saying, it will gravitate, click, and then you'll be like, oh, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. You know, build your confidence. That's what I want to do. Uplift and encourage. So I hope that's what I've done today. We're winding down to our hour. We've been on for 52 minutes and counting. I try to stay on for about an hour. I hope that I kept some people on from start to finish. That is my goal, to try to keep people on the whole time, and to be able to continue the conversation, and to continue to minister into their lives, and I'm not a pastor, but um, it's a word that I'm using that represents me trying to say that what I say, I hope that you feel it, that you can gravitate to it, that it makes sense to you, that you can find some nuggets in whatever I say, and use that for your purpose, to help you move forward in your life. That is what I am trying to do. That is what I'm doing, but I'm hoping that it's reaching you all out there to that same aspect. But I thank you for checking me out this morning. It's always an honor to be able to come before you all and to speak, because there was a time in my life I didn't. I was just taking everything in and doing what everybody say do. But at some point, you're going to have to put your foot down and be that adult that you are. And we all have gifts, talents, and abilities. And it's not just for us to keep and hold on to. It's for us to use, express, to share, and to help pull out and motivate others, because we have others out there that have to find those potentials of qualities within themselves. So it's been a good day so far. It is Thursday, one more day to slide into that weekend, y'all. So stay motivated, stay focused, and stay away from gossip, y'all, because we got people that talk a lot of gossip, and we got people that play in your face. They act like they for you, but they're against you. So if somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe it. And on that same note, because I just heard something, ask God for discernment and intuition, because sometimes people can come across like they for you and they have an alternative motive, but they might come across nice, and that might be the first thing that you see from that person and think that's it. So you still need to use your discernment and your intuition. Ask God to help you find ways to develop those skills, to make it so potent and so powerful that you can recognize things before you even get in front of you. You can walk out the door and sense what's going to happen throughout the day. So learn to pre-act and not react. Try to keep your peace. I know it's calming down now, but last week and earlier, this past weekend, all of last week really, the energy level, the anxiety was on a high. It was above the charts. If you was to look at those, you know how they have the temperatures and you know the red thing that's inside of it, and it has a covering on the top. That energy level kind of went right through the top and just was. If you didn't keep it maintained in that little area, you would you would have let loose, and a lot of people would have come across a side of you that you did not want or intend for them to see. That's how last week was. It was crazy. But I've maintained myself though. Pat myself on the back. I had moments of where I had to go, "Ah," but I didn't go off the charts. So I thank God and my spirit team for keeping me grounded and calm, and for me practicing things to keep me grounded, like going outside and sitting in nature, walking on grass. Even though I didn't walk on grass barefoot, I was still close enough on the grass to feel the texture, to feel the crunch, to feel the softness of the ground and the grass. I sat outside and I felt the breeze. I watched the trees. I listened to the birds and watched the bees. All that rhyme. But yeah, so keep a cool head today, y'all. This whole month, stay positive. If any negative comments or remarks or even stinking thinking try to approach you, stop it right then and there in its tracks. Thank you. And learn to breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Peace be still. Breathe in and breathe out. And listen to yourself as you say it. So as you say it, let it travel through. You breathe in and come and breathe out. Let it recycle in and cycle out so that you can get it, you can hear it, you can feel it, and then you'll eventually calm down with it. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to end it, and I'm about to end it because we're at 58 minutes. We're at that 1 hour mark. So for all of you that stayed long, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. For those of you that came in for just a moment and said hello, thank you, thank you, thank you. And continue to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay focused, stay alert, be aware of your surroundings. Remember the direction is forward and up. Aim high, look high, keep going forward. We have our necks that can only go side to side, not all the way around. So use those turns from side to side to look back just to see how far you've come. Not to go back there to see if you could find a place to sit. No, look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've grown. Motivate and encourage yourself to move forward. And again, congratulations to everyone out there that is graduating anything, whether it's kindergarten, elementary, middle, high school, college, life. Congratulations. You're doing awesome. And pat yourself on the back because you made it thus far. Give honor and glory to God and your spirit team and continue to move forward. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Now you love you. Until next time. Peace.